Good evening and welcome to Facebook. This is my main Facebook page, and if you somehow figure out how to tell me that you are a follower of mine on YouTube, I will add you as a friend. I don't know how that's going to work, but my Facebook page is not able to expand with all the people that I know in my life. I am friends with people throughout my entire life, and I've just kind of reached a dead end with Facebook in terms of getting new friends, and I've had problems with fake accounts trying to be my friend. And then they, of course, ask for personal information. Some of them don't even know if I'm a guy or not. And they're just out to scam people. A sad way to spend your time. And for a joke, sometimes I get them into long conversations and give them nothing just to waste their time. But I don't even have time to do that. So join me on Facebook. Sometimes I put up art or other things that matter to me. Okay, there's that. This is Deviant Art, and I can't show you the content, but my name is Bavy, Bauvy. So I do, how can I say, I put 18 and over stuff up, mature content, but even on DeviantArt there is a limit to what you can do, unless of course you are paying to be a member where you create your own private club and they basically let you do whatever you want for your paid subscribers. Okay, now we have Flatland. See, wasn't it nice? I preset everything in advance, so it's ready to go. Flatland. Okay, here we go. Flatland, a romance of many dimensions, is a satirical novella by the English schoolmaster Edwin Abbott, first published in 1884 by Seeley and Company of London, written pseudonymously by A. Square. The book used the fictional two-dimensional world of Flatland to comment on the hierarchy of Victorian culture, but the novella's more enduring contribution is its examination of dimensions. A sequel, Sphereland, was written by Dionysius Berger in 1957. Several films have been based on Flatland, including the feature film Flatland. Wow, I did not know that. And I don't think I've ever seen Flatland. Other efforts have been short or experimental films, including one narrated by Dudley Moore, and the short films Flatland, the movie, and Flatland 2, Sphereland. Wow. So this book is still having an impact. I had no idea. I first heard about it in art school, because they talk about books that no one reads anymore. Okay, you got the plot, and I will let you read this, because I'm not going to do it. But that's an introduction to Flatland if you've never heard of it. That's cool that they translated it to film. Okay, I did not know that. Multiple occasions, too. Flatland. This is my new creative mode world that I created today. And I've got the headphones plugged in, so we might get a little bit of the sound, but not too much. I don't feel like listening to the narrator right now. I like the narrator. It's useful to me. The Enderman spider. Okay. So this is the start of a new world. I sit in my car and think about things, and the idea to have a Flatland came to me yesterday or today, and I started to crave it again. I had one on my old computer, which I no longer possess. So let's check out what I did. Flatland created on Friday, May 8th, 2025. Okay. And then the sun was rising in that direction, so that's east. And when east is on your right, the way you're facing is north, of course, west, and south. Okay, so I got my 4 directions. My last Flatland, I did lots of things that I couldn't show on YouTube, and things were all over the place, and I would often get lost in my own world, and I didn't know where things were. So this is a new ball game here. I grew up playing baseball, so that's just how it is. I use baseball references from time to time. I don't really watch baseball anymore. I did see the highlights of the Dodgers World Series win. But then, of course, the LA fires happened. An early conspiracy theory, an early conspiracy theory that I suggested to my brother because he was talking about conspiracy theories concerning the fires. As I said, that some angry New York Yankees fans set the fires off in LA because they were pissed and annoyed that the Dodgers won the World Series. Okay. And then I tried to convince my brother that there were no conspiracy theories about the fires, that it was probably some homeless guy in the hills who dropped a cigarette, and it hadn't rained in much in the last year. And okay, so I don't believe there was a conspiracy with the LA fires. I just don't believe it. On the other hand, there might be a cover-up still about 9/11. It's hard to find information and to know what the exact truth is. Okay. I haven't heard any conspiracies about the LA fires in the last month. Okay, so here's Flatland. I'm in creative mode, and I need a bed. My original thought was to have a black bed, so that's what I'm going with right now. Alright, happy Friday night. Press number 4, and voila, I have a bed. Advancement made, sweet dreams. I like making advancements in this game. Let's watch the skeleton go on fire. He's burning up real good. Let's just watch him die. Well, he's already undead. There he goes. There. And you've got the gelatinous cubes, which are a direct lift from Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, who else has gelatinous cubes but D&D? This whole game is plagiarizing D&D. Okay. Too bad the D&D people didn't come up with this game. Okay. But they wouldn't do that. They were just all about making money, not being creative. There's a whole history of Dungeons and Dragons available on Wikipedia and explained in many videos. It's kind of tragic because it was a good idea and a good thing, and now it's all corporate. So if I was ever to play D&D, it would be basic or first edition, because that's what I know. Advanced first edition. And I had quit playing before second edition came out. Then I did things like go to college. Alright. And D&D kind of was frowned upon. You didn't go around telling everyone that you were into D&D. You just get dirty looks from people. Or they just thought it was too much of a goon thing, but now that celebrities are playing it, it's cool. Funny how during COVID that people start playing D&D again. Because there was nowhere to go except someone's house and to play D&D and drink some beers. Okay. So I will build my first little house on my own time as soon as I figure out exactly what I want to do. So there you go. Here is the birth of Flatland. Alright. Save and quit the title. Look, Mom, I'm in a splash. That's a good one. I like the one that says, when there is no light, there can spider. Okay, now we're going to go to the Wikipedia article on Dungeon. I've read from this before, but not for a long time. Can you tell that I like Wikipedia? I think it's fantastic. A dungeon is a room or cell in which prisoners are held, especially underground. Dungeons are generally associated with medieval castles, though their association with torture probably derives more from the Renaissance period. An oubliette, from the French oublier, meaning to forget, or bottle dungeon, is a basement room which is accessible only from a hatch or hole, an angstioch, and a high ceiling. That would not be a fun dungeon to be in, because you don't even have a door to escape from. They probably lower you into the dungeon with a rope, and you just can't get out. Kind of like The Well and Silence of the Lambs. And even in The Princess Bride, we were listening to the audiobook. The prince had a 5-level dungeon built with various creatures he could hunt. I don't know if they mentioned that in the movie or not. Etymology. The word dungeon comes from French donjon, also spelled donjon, which means keep. The keep on the Borderlands. The main tower of a castle. The first recorded instance of the word in English was near the beginning of the 14th century when it held the same meaning as donjon. The earlier meaning of keep is still in use for academics, although in popular culture it has come to mean a cell or oubliette. Though it is uncertain, both dungeon and donjon are thought to derive from the Middle Latin word dominus, meaning lord or master. Okay, so let's scroll through this. Etymology, history, features, in fiction. Wow, dungeon map created for a tabletop role-playing game. That looks like it's a pretty good one. Okay, so you can read up on the dungeon on Wikipedia when you have time. Okay. If you learn something new every day, it keeps your brain young. The brain is insatiable, and there's no limit to how much you can put in there. Okay, now let's go to single player. And it is Dungeon World. I've had this idea for Dungeon World for years. It's a planet or world which has a surface, and the whole world is a dungeon. Okay, pretty simple, right? And I've never been able to write a story about it or make dungeon maps for D&D or make a campaign for it, but I've had this idea for so long and it just kept coming back. And then when I was looking at the options for world creation in Minecraft, they had a dungeon world setting basically, so I didn't know this even existed. I wasn't planning on having Dungeon World be in a snow world. I would often call it the ice hell. Well, my Finnish friend, he would call it the ice hell. Okay, this is the ice hell. I did enable villages. What's that? Ooh, a lava pit.
That's pretty.
That looks good. So people in Finland, old men, what they do is they jump into a frozen river and then run back to the sauna or steam house and drink beer, and that's how old men stay alive. Okay. So this took a little bit of time, longer than expected. Detour. I enabled this treasure chest. Has some apples and wood. I just did that for fun. And I thought it would be cool to have a chest there next to the dungeon. So turned out that I needed the front part of the dungeon, the surface level part, to be this long, to have it look the way I wanted. And it looks great. It's pretty much how I envisioned. It's like a tomb. So I built the first part of this tomb, and you go down, and this is as far as I got. I will show more in future videos. So after this door, I'm going to build a room with coffins on pedestals. kind of like a Dracula thing, or a traditional family vault. So I will have fun doing that on my own time instead of having you suffer. Hey, I just destroyed my sign on accident. Now I have to make a new sign. I'll do that on my own time. Oh, I just smashed. I just smashed the floor there. I don't want that. I want a new door. Okay, that happens in creative mode. And it's easy to make another sign. Okay. I'll do the sign now while I still remember what was on the sign. Friday, May 9th, 2025. Done. Okay. I didn't know they had this blue sign until today, and they also have hanging signs. So they've done a lot of updates since I was last seriously playing this game. And I thought the blue sign would look good. Turquoise is one of my favorite colors. Okay. So here's the beginning of my new Dungeons and Dragons world. Dungeon world. Okay. That's about all I have to show today. This is just an introduction to those two worlds. Alright. So there's 22 minutes of me. Let's see, I'm trying to raise funds. There's certain things I need to do, like eat. So, PayPal, David. Take two. PayPal.me/David Lovins. All this stuff is in the description box. Venmo, David-Lovins-2. CashApp, $BobV11. I'm on Patreon, patreon.com/DavidLovins, Instagram.com/DavidLovins67. So I am prolific and I create a lot of content on the web, and I have to start promoting myself a little more since no one's paying attention to me. With good reason sometimes. But I just want to have fun, and I want to have more fun, and I want more people to see my artwork. Oh yeah. So here's the reward for watching my video. Here's my drawings. Okay. I took pictures of these today, so they will go up on Facebook today. I usually, well, I haven't been putting much art up on Facebook lately, because you know how people are. I mean, someone might steal the photos. They can do anything they want. They don't have to tell you. And I don't like watermarks. I have a distinctive drawing style, so if they try and use my art for something, I mean, it looks like my art. No one draws quite like me. There are certain distinctions to my drawings that don't really look like anybody else. When you draw a lot, you find your own voice. Okay. Let's see, anything else that comes to mind that I can think about? So I post this video simultaneously on YouTube and Rumble. I'm on Rumble as bacon pizza. But you don't have to watch videos there. Though the videos are monetized there, unlike YouTube. You can monetize your videos right away. I just destroyed this tree accidentally. Well, it's a destroyed tree. Oh well. I guess I could use that as a table and eat my dinner there. It's not a bad idea. I could put some torches there so I have light. Now all I need is a chair. Oh, cobblestone stairs. I'll do that. Okay, so I can sit there and eat or draw and have a little table there. That's cute. Yeah, I have lots of ideas for what I want to build. So more to come. I kind of like that. Something I would never have thought of. That just happened by accident. So here's the rising of the sun. Nice color gradation. The colors are set to vibrant on this monitor, so it just looks fantastic. That's what makes it really fun to play games on this monitor. Really brings out the colors. Let's look at the lava pit in daytime and see what it looks like. Alright. Pretty yellows, reds, and oranges. It's a brilliant game. The skeleton is hiding underneath a tree. He won't attack me. It's a peaceful world. At least so far. But I'm like a dungeon master in this world. And I'm also the player. Let's get a look at Captain Misfit in front of the dungeon. I will have to photograph this. That looks pretty cool. Alright. Captain Misfit is ready to go into the dungeon as soon as the dungeon master builds it. Alright. Thanks for watching about both Flatland and my new dungeon world. And have a happy Friday night or Saturday by the time you watch this. And if you think there's anyone out there who would like what I'm doing or would like my videos, let them know. I need all the help I can get. 15 years on this channel and I'm not even at 2,000 subscribers yet. I have to advertise myself a little bit more or else nothing is ever going to happen on this channel. I have to take action. Because if I don't do it, no one else will. Unless, of course, you want to promote me on your own time. That would be cool. Alright. I have plans for the future. I want to live. Alright, I'm going to try and figure out something to eat right now. So, thanks for watching and have a great weekend. Bye for now.